Good afternoon, everybody. This is Detroit Damon in the house. Today we're going to look at our draft, all 32 teams in the first round, the 2025 draft. So what I did was sit back and look at all the free agency exchanges and everything and compiled some data based on mock drafts and things, needs by the teams, and we came up with 32 draftees for this first round that I think will be pretty good. They're not going to be spot on because, you know, some people jump around and do different things. Certain teams do that. But based on what we can surmise, these players are what's going to be best for this team. So all 32 teams, no bias, you know, just going to sit back and see which player is going to go to which team. I know there's a couple that I would like as a Detroit Lion, but I can't have them all. So I'm going to have to share the wealth with you guys. So with that being said, here's the start of our draft. We start with the Tennessee Titans with pick number 1. The Tennessee Titans have needs of quarterback, edge, wide receiver, linebacker, defensive line, and safety. Their biggest need, I would say, is going to be quarterback, just because they have Will Levis there, but they had Malik there for a while. I can't his last name, but anyways, the pick is in. Let's see who they've chosen. Surprise, surprise! They chose Cam Ward, quarterback out of University of Miami, 6'2", 219 pounds. He's elusive. He's a gunslinger. He's got all the talent you need. He's got a strong arm. So we'll see how he does there in Tennessee. Hopefully, they don't ask him to do too much his first season. But that's the pick for the Tennessee Titans. Round 1, pick number 2 belongs to the Cleveland Browns, and their needs are as follows: quarterback, running back, linebacker, wide receiver, defensive line, and tight end. Deshaun Watson is hurt, and so they might need someone to fill in the meantime. Well, let's see. The pick is in. Let's see what they've chosen. Can't go wrong with this pick. Athlete Travis Hunter out of Colorado, 6 foot, 188 pounds. He's mostly going to play wide receiver, but he can also play cornerback. He's first-round elite talent in both positions. Most people say he won't be able to do both fully, but wide receiver is where he's going to make his money. So nice pick by the Cleveland Browns in round 1, pick number 2. Pick number 3 belongs to the New York Giants. They are in need of quarterback, interior line, offensive tackle, defensive line, and cornerback. Now they did get Russell Wilson at quarterback. So the pick is in. Here we go. They got Will Campbell, 6'6", 320 pounds, to protect Russell Wilson for the New York Giants. They needed some offensive line help, and now they've got it. He can play offensive tackle, and he can play guard. So nice pick by the New York Giants. Pick number 4 in the 2025 draft belongs to the New England Patriots. They are in need of interior lineman, offensive tackle, wide receiver, edge, and tight end. Now, the next best player available on this draft is most likely going to be a defensive player, which fits their need. They do need an edge, so we'll see. The pick is in. And with the 4th pick in the 2025 draft, the New England Patriots select Abdul, 6'3", 250-pound edge out of Penn State University. He's got great speed, great power, great get off. He's one of the best defensive ends to come out in the draft in quite a few years. So nice job by the New England Patriots. I wish the Detroit Lions could have got this guy, but hey, you know, you guys earned him. So there you go. The 5th pick is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their needs are wide receiver, tight end, safety, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, and linebacker. So with that, you know, they have their young quarterback. They have a pretty decent running back, Travis Etienne, but they need some defensive help, looks like. So they choose Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of Michigan, 6'4", 296 pounds. He's got a wrestling background. He knows leverage. He's really good at collapsing that pocket from the middle. So that's what you need to get your opposing quarterback rattled, is to have somebody come up right into his face. And so that's what this guy does. He gets right in your face from the jump. So nice pick by the Jaguars. Pick number 6, Las Vegas Raiders. They need a wide receiver, cornerback, offensive line, safety, defensive line, and running back. Now, they just got Geno Smith over from the Seahawks. but they're going to need some help for him. So let's see what they got. The pick is in. And with the 6th pick, the Las Vegas Raiders choose Ashton, Jeanty, running back out of Boise State. 5'8", 5'9", 211 pounds. He's kind of a scat back with power. He makes great cuts, has great vision, but he can also bowl you over. So speed's good too. So nice pick for them. They needed a running back since Josh Jacobs left, so that's good for them with the number 6 pick. The number 7 pick belongs to the New York Jets. They are in need of offensive tackle, wide receiver, defensive line, defensive end, cornerback, and interior lineman. So they have Justin Fields there. Oh, I said the wrong one. They have Justin Fields to protect. So they're probably going to go with Josh Simmons, offensive tackle out of Ohio State, 6'5", 317 pounds. So nice pick to protect Justin Fields and the New York Jets. The next pick is for the Carolina Panthers. Their needs are edge, wide receiver, cornerback, tight end, linebacker, and safety. They have a young quarterback as well, and looks like they need some receiver help. The receivers are getting a little older, so I imagine they will go with the best receiver available. Let's see, the pick is in. They could have gone edge, but I think receiver. tetairoa McMillian, 6'4", 219 pounds, out of Arizona. He's a very tall receiver. He's got a very good catching radius, so that's someone that a young quarterback could use, especially when they're in a jam. He's almost like a faster tight end. So kind of like an outlet receiver. He's not the fastest receiver, but he knows how to get open. So good jump ball receiver. So that's nice for the Carolina Panthers. Pick number 9 for the New Orleans Saints. They need a quarterback, wide receiver, cornerback, defensive lineman, linebacker, offensive tackle, and interior lineman. Their quarterback, Derek Carr's been hurt, so we'll see. The pick is in. And with the 9th pick, the New Orleans Saints select Shedeur Sanders. Gets to keep wearing that black and gold. 6'2", 212 pounds, out of Colorado. He's got good decision making. He's got good feet. He's able to be mobile, a mobile quarterback, so that will be a good thing. And we'll see what happens when Derek Carr is more healthy. But that's a good pick for them for right now. We'll see what happens. Pick number 10 in round 1 goes to the Chicago Bears. They are in need of defensive line, a cornerback, safety, wide receiver, and a kicker. Their offense is pretty set with their quarterback, with Caleb and Swift, and so maybe some offensive linemen, but they got a couple of free agency. Let's see, the pick is in. And they go defense with Jalon Walker, edge linebacker out of Georgia, 6'1", 243 pounds, can play in space, but can also put his hand in the dirt or rush off the edge as a strong side linebacker. So nice pick for them in collapsing the pocket for the quarterbacks in the NFC North. Next up, we have San Francisco with the 11th pick. In round 1, they need offensive line, defensive line, cornerback, linebacker, edge, and offensive tackle. Probably the best player available for these right now is maybe a tackle that's going to help keep Brock Purdy upright. So let's see what happens. The pick is in. And with the 11th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Kelvin Banks, 6'5", 315-pound tackle out of Texas. So he's going to help push some holes open for McCaffrey and also keep Brock Purdy safe. Nice pick by San Francisco. With the 12th pick, who's coming up next? Let's see. No trades, of course, so it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys with the 12th pick in the 2025 draft. Their needs are offensive line, wide receiver, defensive line, safety, cornerback, and linebacker. So do they need a weapon for Dak Prescott? Maybe. Do they need someone to help their defensive line with Micah Parsons? Maybe. Let's see what they pick. Dallas Cowboys select Matthew Golden, wide receiver out of Texas, 5'11", 191 with blazing speed. He's going to be a nice weapon for Dak Prescott to pull the safeties off the top of the defense and open up some of that underneath running and passing from Dak Prescott. So that's a good pick for them. Pick number 13 belongs to the Miami Dolphins. They're in need of cornerback, safety, tight end, linebacker, offensive tackle, and defensive line. They have Tyreek Hill on offense. They have Tua Tagovailoa. They have a lot of weapons on offense. Let's see if they go defense. The pick is in. And with the 13th pick, they choose cornerback Jahdae Barron, 5'11", 196 out of Texas. He can play the slot. He can play at boundary. He can play safety, in the box safety. He can play a lot of different things. So a nice versatile pick for the Dolphins. They can put him where they need him, and that's what helps keep your teams afloat when injury time comes. So nice pick by the Miami Dolphins. And pick number 14 belongs to the Indianapolis Colts. Their needs are offensive line, tight end, linebacker, defensive line. So they have to protect Anthony Richardson and plug holes for Jonathan Taylor. So I think they're going to go with an offensive lineman. The pick is in. Let's see. The Colts select Tyler Booker, offensive guard out of Alabama, 6'5", 321 pounds. Once again, someone to keep Anthony Richardson upright, keep him from being injured. Maybe allow him to learn more how to be a pocket passer with more time. So it's a nice pick for the Indianapolis Colts at pick number 14. Pick number 15 belongs to the Atlanta Falcons. Their needs are offensive line, edge, defensive line, cornerback, safety, linebacker, and wide receiver. So I would imagine that Atlanta's going to go right in their own backyard to Georgia and get some of those defensive players. Let's see, though. The pick is in. And with the 15th pick, the Atlanta Falcons select Mykel Williams, defensive edge out of Georgia, 6'5", 260 pounds. He can play all over the defensive line, and so he's a nice weapon. He was injured for the last part of the season, so we didn't get to see a lot of him. Didn't see him at the combine, but he's got all the tools and traits that will be fitting for an Atlanta Falcons defensive edge. So nice pick. Pick number 16, Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. They are in need of an edge, a linebacker, a cornerback, an interior lineman, safety, and defensive line. Do they need offensive? Maybe, but maybe more defense, it looks like, from this list. The pick is in, so let's see what the Arizona Cardinals have chosen. They've chosen Mike Green, defensive edge out of Marshall, 6'3", 251 pounds. Once again, fits their biggest need on defense, and so we'll see how he fits with that system. He's not like a boundary edge. He's more like a go get the quarterback edge. So in this day and age, you need one of those. You got to have one of those. So nice job, Arizona. Pick number 17, the Cincinnati Bengals. They're in need of an edge, interior line, cornerback, defensive line, linebacker, safety, and running back. Cincinnati Bengals have a pretty intact offense with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow. Their defensive line sometimes needs some help. Let's see who they have chosen. James Pearce Jr., defensive end, 6'5", 244 pounds with a 4.4 40 out of Tennessee. He's got the speed. He's got some height. He's a little bit skinnier, but that's okay. He's going to be one of those get after the quarterback kind of guys, and that is what he does well. So bring him in different packages. Bring him in off the blitzing or whatever, stunting. It's a nice pick for Cincinnati. Pick 18, Seattle Supersonics. They are in need of a wide receiver, interior line, cornerback, safety, defensive line, linebacker, and tight end. So they lost DK Metcalf in free agency. They also lost Geno Smith. So are they going to get a weapon for Sam Darnold? Let's see. The pick is in. And the Seahawks have chosen Luther Burden, wide receiver, 6', 206 pounds, out of Mizzou as a wide receiver threat. Now I compare him with the guy from Ohio State that's there. Now he's got two speedy wide receivers to help Sam Darnold to continue his newfound success at quarterback, following the footsteps of Geno Smith, actually. Tampa Bay has a 19th pick. Their needs are edge, linebacker, cornerback, tight end, and safety. Now, their offense did pretty well last year with Baker Mayfield at the helm. Mike Evans is still there. Maybe they'll go defense. They did lose a linebacker, Devin White, a couple years ago in free agency, and look at that. They chose Campbell, from Alabama, 6'3", 235-pound linebacker. He can put his hand in the dirt, or he can play in space. He has the speed. He has the size. He can do a lot of things on the defense. It's kind of a Swiss Army knife of sorts. So, nice pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to shore up their linebacking core. Pick number 20 belongs to the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos need a running back, defensive line, safety, wide receiver, interior line, and a punter. Bo Nix did a nice job last year. He might need a little help on the offense. Defense looks like they're okay aside from safety and some D-line issues, but the pick is in. Let's see who they chose. Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver out of Ohio State, 6'1", 202 pounds, as another weapon for Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos football team. So that's a good addition for them. They do need a running back, but they can address that in the second round. They might pick up one of his Ohio State buddies, Judkins or something like that, in the second. So nice pick for them. Round 1, pick 21 belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are in need of a quarterback. They are in need of a running back, defensive line, offensive tackle, safety, wide receiver. Now is Aaron I can't think of his name now, the quarterback going to go there? We don't know. So you need a quarterback still, but they're going to address that in the second round as well. So the pick is in, and the pick is Walter Nolan, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss, 6'4", 296 pounds. He's going to play that 3 technique for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we'll see what they can do as far as getting a quarterback maybe in the second round or via trade, because they had Justin Fields and what's his name? They left in the free agency. So the next pick 22, Los Angeles Chargers. They are in need of offensive line, defensive line, tight end, edge, wide receiver, running back. So they need to improve their line for sure for the young quarterback. But let's see what they get. The pick is in, and they choose Colson Loveland, tight end, 6'6", 246 pounds, out of Michigan. He can help with the blocking. He's a do-it-all tight end. So that now you've killed 2 birds with 1 stone. You got someone who can help chip on the tackles, and then also be an outlet receiver for their team to score points. So nice pick by the Los Angeles Chargers. The Green Bay Packers have the 23rd pick. Their needs are defensive line, cornerback, edge, and offensive tackle. Now, most of their needs are on defense, so I imagine they would go defensively. Their offense is pretty well set for the most part. So the pick is in, and let's see who they have chosen. The Packers choose Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan, 6'2", 194 pounds, to add to their already pretty talented backfield safeties and corners for the Green Bay Packers. So nice job. You got to stop those high-flying passers in the NFC North, and so that's what he's going to do. He's going to be a man-to-man, square up on people, push them around, and he's going to make some plays for the Packers. The 24th pick belongs to the Minnesota Vikings. They need safety, linebacker, defensive line, cornerback, not quarterback because JJ is back. They need offensive line and running back. So let's see what they pick here. The pick is in. The Minnesota Vikings with 24th pick select Malachi Starks out of Georgia. He's a safety, 6'1", 197, to pair with Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith is getting older, but he's still very effective. They have good cornerbacks back there already. I think safety was the one thing they need. They still need another linebacker and a defensive lineman, but they can still find those later in the draft. So nice pick by the Minnesota Vikings. The 25th pick, the Houston Texans have needs for offensive line, tackle and guard, defensive line, and linebacker. So with most of their needs being on offense, the major needs, I imagine they'll get someone to keep C.J. Stroud upright. The pick is in, and the 25th pick is Amon Mimbo, offensive tackle, 6'4", 332 pounds, from Missouri. Now he's got the size to play guard as well, so we'll see where he ends up being. He looks like he's going to be a guard for the Houston Texans to keep C.J. Stroud upright. So nice pick by the Houston Texans. With the 26th pick, the Los Angeles Rams have needs such as cornerback, linebacker, defensive line, tight end, and wide receiver. They just lost a wide receiver He left and went to Seattle. So they really only have one. So I would imagine tight end or receiver might be the pick. Let's see. The pick is in. With Cooper Kupp going to Seattle, the Los Angeles Rams have chosen Tyler Warner, tight end out of Penn State, 6'6", 256 pounds. He's caught for well over 1,200 yards last season, so he's definitely a high-volume receiver to take the place of Cooper Kupp in the Matt Stafford-led Los Angeles Rams team. Pick number 27, Baltimore Ravens. Their needs are offensive line, cornerback, edge, defensive line, linebacker, safety, and kicker. Well, some kickers you can get later on in the round, so we're going to look at somebody who can help Mr. Jackson stay upright and block for Derrick Henry. And that would be Gray Zabel, offensive lineman, North Dakota State, 6'6", 312 pounds. This is a guy who played like a beast at the Reese's Bowl, and so he's going to be great for the Baltimore Ravens in making holes for Derrick Henry and protecting for Lamar Jackson. 28th pick belongs to the Detroit Lions. My Detroit Lions. We are in need of an edge, interior offensive lineman, linebacker, wide receiver, and defensive tackle. Now, there's a couple guys that I had put here in the draft, but right now, this guy, if he's here, we got to take him. He's a defensive lineman. Let's see, the pick is in. Let's see if they listen to me at all. Pick is in. Defensive tackle, defensive end, Shamar Stewart, 6'5", 267, 270 pounds, out of Texas A&M. He has a perfect RAS score of 10, which means his vertical, his broad jump, his 40 time are all superior for his position. So that would be a nice piece to pair with Aiden Hutchinson on the defensive line. Pick number 29 in round 1 belongs to the Washington Commanders. They need an edge, cornerback, safety, running back, offensive tackle, and guard. Biggest need probably going to be on defense since they lost a couple people, so the pick is in. With the 29th pick, the Washington Commanders select Nick Scorton, defensive end, 6'3", 257 pounds, out of Texas A&M. This is another one of those Texas A&M guys that can really get after the quarterback. He's got strength, he's got speed, he's got power. He started at Purdue and transferred to Texas A&M and did quite a nice job for them. Has some good sack numbers. He's a stout, boundary defensive end who can take on the run. So nice job. Pick number 30 in round 1, the Buffalo Bills are in need of defensive end, linebacker, defensive line, safety, and wide receiver. Now, based on what's left in this draft, I think they could probably go with one of the best players available. I feel that he's someone that could benefit them. Let's see, the pick is in. Yep, Nick Emenwari, safety out of South Carolina. I had him mocked to the Lions as well just because he had a perfect RAS score as well. He's quite an exceptional athlete. And so having him on their in their backfield, their safety back line is going to add instant results with a 4.3 40 for a guy this big. So nice pick. Pick number 31 belongs to the Kansas City Chiefs. They are in need of defensive line, cornerback, running back, interior lineman, and edge. Now, they did have a little trouble keeping Patrick Mahomes upright during the Super Bowl, so it could go offensive line, but defensive line, I think, is where they need to shore up as well. So with that, their pick is Derek Harmon, defensive tackle out of Oregon, 6'4", 313 pounds. He's from Detroit, Michigan, so you know he's tough. But yeah, he's going to be definitely a good addition to that defensive line of that second place Kansas City Chiefs. Nice job, Kansas City. And the world champions, Philadelphia Eagles, get the final pick, 32. And they need linebacker, defensive end, offensive line, safety, tight end, wide receiver, edge, only because a lot of guys left in free agency, but they had a pretty stacked team. The pick is in. And with the 32nd pick of the 2025 draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Donovan Izuriki, Boston Eagle, so he gets to stay an Eagle, 6'2", 248-pound defensive end. He's a little undersized, but he's got moves, he's got a quick step, and he's very smart and savvy with his pass rush. So He's going to immediately have an impact with the Philadelphia Eagles in their run to repeat as Super Bowl champions. I rooted for them because they're NFC, but also rooted for Kansas City because my wife's from Kansas City, so I was kind of torn. But this year, I'm not going to root for you guys because I want the Lions to win. So that's my spiel. This is Detroit Damon coming at you from my bedroom. I just want to say, if you like this video, click it, and if you want to subscribe, you want to keep seeing it, subscribe, and I'll keep making content for you guys. If you want to talk about it, I want to talk about it, so let's talk about it. With that being said, Detroit Damon, what I say? If you want to hear about it, I'm going to talk about it. So with that being said, Detroit Damon is out. Peace.